people, and welcome to yet another epic episode of the Grounded and Fearless podcast, the podcast that is just for you. On today's episode, we have a very special guest. I'm truly honored to be blessed by the presence of Tamia. She is the founder of Tolthema. She's someone who truly embodies what it means to be a creative, from a special place, creating with truth and African creativity at best. Tamia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad that we can actually finally do this. I know you're a very busy individual.
Yeah.
Being a business owner is not something that comes easy for others, and the schedules can be hectic.
Yeah, that's good. The schedule is crazy.
Yeah, I'm truly blessed to have you on the show, and I'm sure the viewers will truly appreciate the knowledge of wisdom that you're going to share with us and the nuggets that you can just drop here and there. For the beginning, I just want to take you back from the start. I remember in one of your interviews you once spoke that from leaving high school you realized that, leaving varsity you realized that you don't want to go corporate, you want to be an entrepreneur. And that went suddenly for you, like you didn't have any resistance. Is that so?
I mean, you mean resistance like from my end?
Yeah, like being scared to take that step.
Take the step. No, definitely. I always tell people it's better when you don't yet have responsibilities.
Yeah.
I think how I thought of it is how, the older you get, like as soon as you start living by yourself, you need to pay rent, you're probably going to have a spouse and then maybe kids, By that time, it's harder to take on entrepreneurship because entrepreneurship is risky. There's that side of, am I going to be able to make ends meet? Right? And I feel like a job is a trap. So I told myself before I trapped myself with a job, let me just give it a go now while I have nothing to lose.
Maybe I should have met you earlier, and then I would have gotten a job.
Right?
Yeah, maybe I should have also started the company or the entrepreneurship role first before getting a job.
Yeah.
So in varsity, if I can ask, what did you study? What did you study?
I studied accounting. I did accounting science. And
nice.
did what those rhymes. Just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good at numbers.
I don't know. I mean, good enough still to get the degree. Yeah, but not really. I wouldn't say that. I'm someone who I'm creative, to the core. Not very good with details, but with a lot of determination and focus.
Yeah,
I can do the work.
Yeah, we had accounting in school, and I realized it's not for me.
Yeah.
I almost took the subject because we had to choose, grade 10 science. So I knew I wanted to do physics and life science, but I didn't know a third option.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe take accounting, but
that's the combo the geniuses took, the science with the accounting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, it was like, I wasn't a bad student, but luckily they told me that you don't enjoy it, even though your marks are not bad, but rather do something else. And I'm glad because you're accounting something else. Counting other people's money.
You can't just too.
That's true. So accounting science is accounting with...
yeah, it's like when you're on the road to become a CA.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you do that and then do postgrad after that.
So accounting science is the route that just takes you straight. So when you do accounting science, the end goal is the CA route. Yeah.
The smart people.
Yeah. Yeah, I quickly realized I was not in the right place. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could get in, I believe you were smart enough to finish the degree, which you did, means you were smart enough to go the whole journey.
I didn't go the whole journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked out right when.
Yeah. It's good though, but you showed up and you persevered and you finished.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So then let's taking it to the beginning of starting the business. What inspired you to start Tolthema?
I guess myself, right? I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur before I figured out what I wanted to entrepreneur at, right? So I guess while accounting was kicking me, I quickly made up my mind that actually this is not where I want to go.
Yeah.
Corporate is not going to be for me. I'm not going to survive this.
Yeah.
So the plan was already that I am going to need to start my own thing.
Yeah.
And I really just started doing research, and while I was reading a lot of books and listening to a lot of podcasts, I learned that most successful businesses actually sell a feeling. So I figured out I would sell a feeling, right?
That is really
And sell a feeling, and yeah, because even with McDonald's, we sell happiness.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola sells togetherness.
That is true.
You know, there's always just a feeling that they are selling rather than the product itself, right? So when I figured that out, I was like, okay, my business is definitely going to be selling some kind of feeling. And I guess in my own journey, because I also learned another important thing, which is that it's easy to sell to yourself, right? To figure out the problems to solve your own problem and then sell those solutions to everybody else. So at the time, I was losing my hairline and I was in varsity, so I didn't have money to fix my hair. So I started wearing hair wraps a lot, and because I think I'm naturally like a stylish person, I would wear them like so well. I'd style them with my outfits and just like make sure that I look cute about it.
Yeah.
And then people would always keep asking, okay, where do you buy them? How do you tie them?
Yeah.
And I'd hear people say, oh, but like I could never tie it. I have no idea how to tie one. Or I don't wear dukes because they give me a headache, right?
So like see there's a need.
Exactly. So I guess because I was already in that mindset that I was looking for something that I would entrepreneur in, those signals, those voices just clicked to me that okay, I'm gonna sell hijabs, but not just any hijabs, but hijabs that solve all of these solutions that like people are saying. The fact that a lot of people say they cannot tie it, so I wear turbans. Like my hijabs, majority of them are turbans. I'm wearing a turban right now. You don't need to know how to tie one. And the fact that people would say hijabs give me a headache because of the tension. I'm like, okay, mine would be tension free,
so you can
and
see the
selling
points.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I guess entrepreneurship inspired me to start my business. But actually I was trying to sell to myself because hijabs was something that I loved, that I wore for myself, and I saw that and I heard that this is something people actually wanted. So yeah, that's how Tolthema began.
Nice. And what does the name mean to you personally?
So Tolthema, okay. So when I was searching for a name, because I searched long and hard, I knew the feeling that I wanted to sell, which was confidence, right? And since there were head wraps, anything that goes in a woman's head is a crown. Yeah. Right? So I wanted the name to embody exactly that, a crown. Sure. So, and I also knew that Tolthema would be very African at its core. Yeah. So I wanted the name to also be African, but I wanted it to be mysterious, because I hate when people hear a name that they already associate a meaning to. That it no longer means exactly that impact. I wanted someone to hear it and be like, what's that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
What language is that?
Exactly. So I went on Google. And I searched for African words that mean queen, and I swayed far away from like our local languages because I didn't want it to be too generic. Exactly. I swayed away from our local languages. I searched for things even I didn't know. So I found the word Thema, which is a Ghanaian language I'm not too familiar with, means queen, right? So when I found Thema, and I figured, well, my crowns make you confident. And you can be tall and confident, because when you're confident, you stand tall. Exactly. Exactly. So it will be tall queen. So I added the twang, and it was tall Thema, which directly translates as tall queen, because when you wear our crowns, you are tall, not tall in confidence, but not tall in height, but tall in confidence.
Tall in confidence. That's very powerful. That's right.
Yeah, that's what
we have a men's range.
Coming soon.
Be on that waiting list.
Listen.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. Even the lessons you heard and you accumulated, you could see that from your story, you took initiative.
Yeah.
You were reading books.
Yeah.
You were listening to content that inspired you, that educated yourself. And you didn't say, I want to start a business and sit down.
Yeah.
And I always say there's always something you can do. Even when you have nothing, when you have no fund, no capital, like the opportunity must find you moving and heading somewhere.
Definitely.
Which is quite inspiring. And also, I read no, it was a podcast or one of these things, where the one creator, what's his name? He's a famous guy who bought a staircase in the UK. I think Simon Squid, might be butchering his name, but he mentioned a concept where it says good businesses, they don't, like when you sell a steak, you don't sell the steak, you sell the sizzle. And the sizzle is, that experience that you get. And he talks of many examples where you go to this high-end restaurant, then the most expensive steak, it's not the steak that's the thing, is the experience when you buy it, that feeling you get. The whole restaurant sort of pauses, and then you are the main act, and then everyone is like, "Ooh, this guy is getting that steak."
And they probably bring it like fire, and
the whole thing, it's an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
exactly,
and I think your brand gives that experience. Even now being in the shop, you can feel like, okay, this is different, this is authentic, this is like genuine creativity that comes from a very special place. Looking at your journey, what has been one of the hardest moments of your journey, and how did you overcome those moments and keep going?
I guess in the very beginning, right, while like when it was still just like an idea in my head and everyone was like, "Oh, get a job." You know, I think a lot of people, every time I get that question, what's the husband the hardest, they expect to hear, or I'll say, "Oh, I couldn't find funding," or you know, it was all of that, but like actually none of that. Although the things that I thought would stop me, as I started, like I figured out, oh, I could actually do without them, right? So I think it's never really the physical thing, but like the mental side of things. Entrepreneurship is a mind game, and it's one that is so difficult to play, because when you're starting out, like you're on your own, you're like a crazy person, and everyone, the people are not shy to tell you, what are you doing? Stop wasting your time, go do something serious with your life. So I think the hardest thing for me with Tolthema was like in the very beginning, right, when I felt so cringe about posting every day.
Is that moment you're like,
and being salesy, being salesy, and like you know, even on days, like I remember, like when I first started out, like after I launched and stuff, the days when I just don't want to do it. Like I don't want to do it. There's no reason to do it. I don't feel like, you know. So essentially, I guess the hardest part was just that, like during that phase where it was just me sort of pushing myself to just like put myself out there, and even though nobody sees what I'm doing and it's not making sense, that was the hardest. Because I think once I pushed through that phase, and then eventually things started working out, and everybody else saw that it was working out, then like because even the challenges that I've been facing, I guess difficult things that happen, like kind of gets easier. Because the thing about entrepreneurship is that it's just curveball after I'm constantly burning out fires. Things are always falling apart. Like right now, when you came in this morning, my website is actually falling apart, like in the back end. It's just what you do. It's part of the job. You're just burning fires, especially once now you're no longer in the operations. Everyone only calls you for problems. My phone, every time my phone rings, I know something is going wrong. So it's just hard. It's a hard job, but like it becomes just a job. You get used to it. But the hardest thing is just in the very beginning. They say the rocket takes up the most energy, like just when it's like a lifting off. And after that, like it's a breeze. So I think that's the hardest part, just like lifting off.
That is true. And I mean, you being honest, because you know everyone says, especially this hustle culture, was like leave your 9 to 5 for freedom, but entrepreneurship is far from that. Leaving the 9 to 5 to
24/7, exactly. 9 to 5 to 24/7.
And you remind me, I don't know if you know Alex Omozi.
Oh yeah, I know him.
I consume a lot of his content.
Same.
He was with Chris Williamson, and he was saying, when you said in the beginning, like that is a lonely chapter, and then no one is rooting for you when you need it most, when you're starting off. It's only when you make it and then be like, oh wow, you know.
You're doing
but when you're there, hey guys, here's my head wrap. You're just like, what is she doing? Instead of fully filling you up in that moment, giving you that motivation to keep going. You actually find more support later on.
Definitely.
How do you find the balance, and how do you stay grounded when like work and business, and life gets overwhelming?
That's like a simple question, like my faith. I always tell people that like Tolthema, to me, it wasn't like, although it was this plan that I had in my mind, but it was an act of obedience. Because for me to have the guts and the balls to even just like just do it, right? It was because I had a conversation with God, and He was like, I got you. So I have a plan. So me actually initiating and like acting it out, even when like my family was like, when are you getting a job? You just got the degree.
Yeah,
you
like
should
we
be
expect.
applying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
where's the CV?
Like I was like literally like holding on to something like no, like I had a conversation with God.
Yeah.
Like he's going, so we're going somewhere.
That is true.
So I think even carrying on for me, like on a day to day, when I'm burning out all the fires, right? Like I have this sense of knowing that it's all gonna work out because I'm not the one in charge. Like if everything was on me, I would be so stressed. In fact, like I'd be crippled with anxiety. But like because I just have this understanding that like this is not my business, this is God's business. Every time there's something happening, like actually like Lord, I have done my part, now you can do the rest. Exactly. Like I just
work for you.
Exactly. Over here I'm just the girl. I'm just the girl. I show up with this faith that God's gonna pull through for me. Like God's gonna make it work out. Like listen, Jesus is in charge. I'm just here.
That's beautiful. And faith does a lot of things. It gives us confidence that we don't have. I would say that godly confidence is a different kind of confidence.
It really is.
And you spoke of the anxiety and the fear. It's actually a sin to have fear because God commands us to not fear. So when we have fear, it's like we actively sinning. And you took that bold step and said, God, you said it. I'm obedient to your word and let's do this. Which is quite beautiful. As it is, and it's that thing that keeps you grounded. Where, like you're saying, there's always fires that are happening, things burning down that you have to show up to and constantly fix. And you're just like, my firm foundation is in Christ, and that keeps you standing.
Definitely.
And if you could go back and speak to your younger self just before you started, what would you say to her?
I guess dream bigger, man. Dream bigger, because I think when you something changes when something that was like in your head actually comes to fruition.
That is true.
Like you start to have this like thing that nothing is impossible. And with myself, like now, like I now have like so many ideas, so many other things that I want to do. Exactly. And like I think like before I would limit it, like I'd be like, okay, like be realistic. And like so like I'd say dream bigger because like it's so possible. And I guess I think I'd also just say like the skill, your ability to learn is what you should hold on to the most, because why I got to where I am today is that like at the time I was so eager to learn. Like the reason why I know Alex Hormones is because like I camp on YouTube. Exactly.
Look at me and you see my YouTube feed. It's just like
listen, I camp on YouTube. There is nothing I have not Googled. I have not watched tutorials for.
Everything.
That's what I do. Like it gives me joy and excitement till today. So I guess that's what I tell her. Keep learning and dream bigger, because like so much more. Whatever it is that's in your mind, like God can like do. Exactly as you said it in His word.
That is powerful. That is powerful. And you said like that whole dream bigger. The course that I once did, and they asked us what message do you want to say or something. The thing that came to me is like I agree with dreaming bigger. That you must tell your younger self. And I always tell people, everyone, always dream bigger than your circumstances.
Definitely.
Like wherever you are, have that ability to dream bigger than your circumstances. And I was like, I'd rather have you aim high and miss than aim low and hit.
Oh, so true.
Like, that is powerful.
So true. So true.
Like,
so true.
And then if the roles were reversed, if your younger self came to see you, what do you think she would feel? What do you think she would want to say to you?
You did that, and I guess like definitely you did that, because I think once you achieve something, like there's somebody who keeps moving the goalpost high. Exactly.
The top of one mountain is the bottom of another.
Exactly. So I think I'm sort of like I've been caught up in that, like that whole there's more, and I think like I guess my younger self will be like, oh my gosh, like take it all in. This is what we prayed for. This is what we hoped for, and this is it. She would definitely tell me to take it in. Take it all in.
Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with, like you saying, being caught up in the goalpost movie. Because winners win. You're winning.
True.
And then what's next? You don't.
Yeah. But
Yes.
it's good to let yourself win as well, because the problem with winners who win and they're looking at the next thing, everyone else says you're winning except for you.
Yeah, that is
Then
true.
are you winning if you don't feel like you win?
Yeah, that's making a valid point there.
Yeah.
It's that thing of celebrate all the small wins and
Yeah,
every
true,
steps around the way.
true. Yeah.
Alright. And then, what message would you want to leave to anyone who's listening and wants to start something but they're scared, or they don't know how to leap into their purpose and actually start pursuing their purpose?
Okay, so first thing is all you need is YouTube and faith.
Yeah, YouTube and faith.
All you need is YouTube and faith. Whatever it is that you want to do, someone's already done it, and most likely they made a YouTube tutorial and they posted it. Now, if you want to do the same, or even better actually, because you can watch 10 different tutorials and make it better than all 10 of them, exactly. And so like the ability to learn, I swear to you, like that desire to learn, that thing to like see something that you can't do, that you don't understand, and like the willingness to sit down and crack your brain and figure it out, like that's what you need. And if you don't have it yet, like that's what you have to get, if you want to go anywhere. And if you already do, keep that up, but don't fall for the trap of continuously learning and not doing.
Just consuming,
exactly. So have the ability to learn, but also start small, exactly where you are with exactly what you have, right? Be watching the tutorial and they tell you need 1, 2, 3, then figure out, okay, I only have one, what can I do with this one? You start with that. While you're learning, implement. Start small. Don't be afraid to start small. Like, I think when I started Tolthema, the vision was big. Even now, this is our humble beginnings, please. Right? This is still our humble beginnings. Like, the dream has always been bigger. Like, I remember, like, I would tell the one tailor at the time that I had, because I had just one tailor. I was like, listen, you are working for the biggest hairdryer company in the world.
Yes, own it.
Exactly. So that's the mindset that I carried from the beginning. But I started so small.
Yeah.
I had like one small young product, just a hair wrap. That was all made of just one fabric, because I had like a little bit of money to start. Exactly. And before I even had product, I had this whole plan. Me even drafting out the plan, that was me starting somewhere, because before I had the money to do the samples, I began. Like, I planned, I executed, I decided, I dreamt.
That is true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I like that. There's always something you can do.
There's always
put pen to paper.
Definitely.
Draw if you want to draw.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon Musk still does this. Elon, when he built the Cybertruck, he designed it and everything, told people about it, and then the people filled a waiting list. Like, if you want one, join this waiting list, pay a deposit. They paid a deposit, and he took that money and the list, saying that these people interested in the product. And then he went to approach people, and then he started building the factory and then doing all those things. So it shows that even people that are successful have that same mindset, saying, I want to do something like this. And obviously he's got the money.
True.
But then he's like, I can draw and design the trucks. I can do that, see if there's a need. And then you can say experiment and do. There's always something you can do.
Exactly. And that's actually a good way. That's a smart way to go about it. That's how you actually ensure that whatever it is that you end up going out with, people actually receive.
That product market fit.
And it costs absolutely nothing.
Exactly. Just Instagram. Hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Are you interested? Just do product research and then see. And then you even get other inspiration. Someone's like, oh yeah, but it would be nice if it didn't give me headaches, for example, in your. And then you're like, oh, I never thought of that. And then you tweak the product like that.
Exactly.
That is so. We're gonna play a little game called Would You Rather.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 2 questions, and then you're gonna choose one or two. It's like a personality review 101. Okay, the first question is, would you rather accidentally send a voice note for your best friend to a client, or go live on Instagram by mistake singing off key?
I'd rather go live on Instagram singing off key.
Yeah. You don't want to send a wrong voice note to a client.
Oh, I don't know. That's affecting my business. a second RP is not so bad.
It's not so bad.
And it will be funny and it will boost my engagement.
Yeah, you'll say
that's not a punishment at all.
Yeah. Okay, this one is I don't think it's a deep one, but would you rather face your biggest fear once and be free forever? Or avoid it, but always feel its presence?
Obviously, face it once and be free forever. Obviously, I think that's like that's life.
Yeah, have to go.
That's life. Like just
go
in.
Go by the horns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What is your biggest fear? Is it a deep thing or like heights or something?
I fear being not useless is not the word, but like, you know, I have this feeling that like there's so much I can do, right? And so much purpose. Like I feel my potential. I feel it. Yeah. I don't know if everybody else feels theirs, but like I feel mine, and I'm so scared that I won't use it. Yeah, exactly. That I'm not gonna do it. And so, I think, yeah. Every day when I wake up, just like the feeling that like, oh my God, am I not reaching my potential? Did God send me on a purpose? Am I actually doing what I know that God gave me the gifts to do, and like what He's called me to do? That's my fear, and I guess
I'm sure that's what also it's like a nice fear, because it feels like something that pushes you to just
keep on going.
Yeah,
most definitely.
And then, would you rather speak to your younger self for 5 minutes, or speak to your future self 10 years from now for 1 minute?
Younger as in the past?
Yeah.
I'd rather speak to my future self. I think I'll tell myself something useful.
Yeah.
That I can actually use.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you better not mess up.
You gotta keep
you can fix this, exactly.
You gotta keep on dreaming bigger, you know, exactly. Just add value.
I think if I tell her, she can do something about it.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So now, one of my favorite questions that I like to ask on the show is, what does grounded and fearless mean to you?
I'll break it down.
Okay.
For me, grounded means being deeply rooted, and because I'm why I've been deeply rooted in Christ. I think when you're rooted in something, or in my case, someone bigger than you, stronger than you, who is just like unshaking and changing, it doesn't matter what comes.
Yeah.
Like nothing will move you. The problems will move you, people will move you, loss will move you, even death will lose you, because like you know.
Grounded is
so for me, grounded is being deeply rooted in Christ, and fearless for me actually means moving in the fear, because I don't believe it's possible to be fearless completely, but like you can be courageous, and I believe courage is acting even regardless of the fear.
That is true.
Like I feel fear, but I'm still like, God.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, that is true. That's like, see, that grounded can give you that solid base to actually act on it.
Exactly. So I'm deeply rooted in Christ, and I have faith in Him that even in my fear I can do anything.
Yeah, amazing. Well, Tamia, unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show.
Oh, so sad.
Every good thing has to come to an end.
Listen.
Yeah, so before we leave, I just want to ask if you have any last or final words to the viewers, words of encouragement, or some inspiration to the other young Tamias coming up, or other South African creators, entrepreneurs that want to take that leap of faith as well, and fulfill and reach their true potential as well.
Definitely. I guess I am just a girl, and not even a special girl, just a normal girl. If I can achieve something and make something out of what seemed like nothing, so can you. I think today, me, a girl, I have close to 19 employees, and I think with the economy that we're in, especially if you're in South Africa right now, imagine if you could create 19 other jobs, and other people create 19 other jobs, like just from your idea that other people will consider it was stupid, right? We can change literally everything. Like our economy wouldn't be where it is. So literally, I am pleading, begging start where you are with exactly what you have. And go watch those YouTube tutorials.
Yeah.
Somebody made a tutorial. Go watch it and do it. Yeah.
YouTube is where we camp.
Listen, like I went to YouTube University. I went to Vids, but like they didn't really teach me anything useful. YouTube is where I learned the real things.
You should just make you a brand ambassador.
I'm telling you.
Thank you so much once again. It was really lovely. I enjoyed this conversation. I learned a lot. Took a lot of inspiration from you as an entrepreneur, as a creator. I think the viewers and the audience will really also appreciate this episode.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, beautiful people. See you on the next one. Adios.
Bye.